The Baltimore Orioles have been the most disappointing team in baseball this year. Let's create a batting lineup for them to help them win some more games. Keep in mind, this batting lineup will be against a right-handed pitcher. In the MLB, when the leadoff hitter gets on base, you're expected to score 43% of the time. When your leadoff hitter gets out, you're expected to score only 16% of the time. That's why the leadoff hitter should always be the guy on your team with the highest on-base percentage. I don't care if he gets to first base, second base, I don't care. You need your leadoff hitter to get on to score runs. For the Orioles, their best guy at getting on base is Ryan O'Hearn. He has a 393 OBP versus righties, and in the month of May, his OBP is 400. He should be leading off for the Orioles. Your two hitter should be one of two things. He should either be your best hitter, if they are not in your one spot, or it should be a hitter that doesn't strike out a lot and gets a lot of hits. In the Orioles' case, Ryan O'Hearn is not the best hitter on the team. That would be Gunnar Henderson. And I know what you're thinking. He still strikes out a lot. This might not be a good option here. Actually, versus righties, Gunnar Henderson's strikeout percentage is not nearly as high as it is in general, as most of his strikeouts come against lefties. Now for the three hitter. This should just be your next best hitter, which in this case would be Jackson Holliday. However, if you put Jackson Holliday in the 3 spot, that would mean your first 3 hitters are all lefties, which would make it extremely easy for other managers to play against the Orioles late in games with their bullpen. So, for this spot, we want Ramon Laureano hitting third, as he has above a 900 OPS against righties, and in the month of May, he has an OPS above 1. Typically for the cleanup hitter, you want to have a guy hitting who is very good in clutch situations and with runners on base. However, if you look at the Orioles, their hitting with runners in scoring position is abysmal. So here, we want to pick the best player available, and more specifically, a lefty, as the 3 hitter is Laureano, and so we want to alternate right and left for the most part. Luckily for the Orioles, Jackson Holliday is sitting right there. He has an 868 OPS in the month of May. He's been crushing the ball recently. I would love him in my 4 spot. In my 5 spot, I was looking at 3 different people: Cedric Mullins, Ryan Mountcastle, and Adley Rutschman. Ultimately, I went with Ryan Mountcastle. Although his stats for the year don't show it, coming into yesterday's game, he had an 11-game hit streak. He's been hot recently. I would love him in my 5-hole. Next in my 6 spot, I was still looking between Cedric Mullins and Adley Rutschman. If you just look at the season stats, it's clear Cedric Mullins. He's had a great year. But if you look at the month of May, he's 6 for 53, and I don't think I trust him hitting in the 6 spot. So we'll go with Adley Rutschman. Obviously, in the past, he showed flashes of greatness. He showed he can be a star. This year, he's been a little down, but he still has an OBP of over 300. I trust him here. Next, we have the 7 and 8 hitters. I believe that the 7 and 8 hitters should be worse than the 9 hitter, which is extremely controversial, but if the best hitters are at the top of your order, you want the 9 hitter to get on base for the top of your order. So, in my 7 hole, I have Cedric Mullins. Now, typically, he would be much higher in the order, but as he's coming into this game with a 6 for 53 stat line in the month of May, I can't put him any better than this. Until he turns it around, he would sit in my 7 hole for the Orioles. In my opinion, the 8 hitter is the worst hitter on the team. For the starters on the Orioles this year, that has been Heston Kjerstad. And a lot of times he's come off the bench, but I believe he's better than any other option that you may have in this starting lineup. And they've been benching him because he's not a great right fielder. But if you do that, you put O'Hearn in right field, and I don't think he's that much of a downgrade, if at all, from O'Hearn. So I have Kjerstad in my 8 spot, hoping he can turn it around. Now we're left with a third baseman, and this seems like an easy fill-in for Ramon Urias, but I'm actually going to go with Emmanuel Rivera. As in limited ABs, he has over an 800 OPS, and he's looked great. And I don't think Ramon Urias should get to come back from injury and take that spot out of the lineup for him. This is my lineup for the Orioles that I think they should run if they want to win more games. Comment what team you want me to do next.